Regina, the top-ranked Regals hosting West Branch tonight in another rematch. And West Branch controlled the first 18 minutes. Somewhere in that pile is Kay Jones on the short touchdown. 9-0 Bears midway through the second quarter. That's when Regal quarterback Mark Ward airs one out for Matt Streb. A pretty 75-yard touchdown, and the momentum changed. 9-7 Bears still on top. 30 seconds before halftime, Streb from 2 yards out to give Regina a 14-9 halftime lead. Then in the third, 2 field goals from Nick Dolezal. This is the second one from 43 yards out, 20-9 Regina. The Regal defense clamped down, including this 10-yard sack by Elliott Hulsh. Regina advances with a hard-fought 27-9 victory. Defending state champion Iowa City Regina took on 10th-rated Maquoketa Valley. Mark Carlson was there.
It was a shootout in Iowa City. We'll get right to the action. Early first half, already 14-7 Regina when Maquoketa Valley running back Ryan Parmalee takes off. That would set up the game-tying QB keeper by Ben Zoboff right up the gut, but Regina always seems to have an answer. Ensuing kickoff, and Mike Donovan takes it well across the 50. And with a QB like Mark Ward, that's a good place to start. He picks his way upfield, then hands it off to Riley Dixon for the 5-yard touchdown scamper. 21-14 Regina. And then with a half winding down, ball on the Regal 1. Ward throws a 99-yard touchdown pass. Are you kidding me? See you later, Matt Strab. 28-14 Regals. We'll jump to the third quarter, and it's Dixon again. Now it's 35-14. And with that, the Regals pick up their 40th consecutive win. In Iowa City, Mark Carlson, TV9 Sports.
Thank you, Mark. 38-14.
Now, KCRG TV9 Sports with Scott Sable.
Let's start off with another edition of the KCRG TV9 Athlete of the Week, sponsored by Cedar Rapids Toyota. Regina quarterback Mark Ward paid his dues as a backup and finally got his chance to start this season. And boy, has he taken advantage, throwing 26 touchdown passes for the undefeated top-ranked Regals trying to three-peat this year. The 6'3" Ward broke the school record with a 97-yard touchdown pass to Mike Donovan in Week 9. And then last week broke his own record with a 98-yard scoring strike to Matt Streb in a win over Mac Valley.
You just got to make plays, trust your receiver. Good things happen.
You had to wait till your senior year to be the starting quarterback.
It just kind of reinforces that if you put the work in, that good things will happen, and good things have happened to everybody on this team. A lot of these guys, this is their first year starting.
And he was always a guy that never complained about it, and when he got in, he took advantage of his opportunities. And you know, I'm just glad he's getting a chance to as a senior to kind of take the leadership and to run with it, and he's been really, really good.
Since you're so accurate at throwing those long balls, okay, we're going to have a little contest. We're going to stand on the 40. First one to throw it in the garbage can, and it's not that big. First one wins, all right?
All right, that sounds good.
It was a little windy today, so this was not an easy throw. It had to be just right, and we came close, hitting the outside of the trash can several times. Ward has a tremendous arm and is really accurate. Since his offensive line carried him all season, the loser had to carry the offensive line in a dog pile. We both had it dialed in, and bingo, in and out. Wait a minute, does it count? Let's go to the former NFL All-Pro for a ruling.
After review, the play stands.
And poor Mike had to carry his offensive line literally, and these are some big boys. Easy, don't hurt him. He's got a big game Saturday morning. High school football, Regina will have a chance to three-peat. The Regals advance to the 1A championship game, beating Dike New Hartford in the semifinals. Mike Donovan got the Regals on the board first. And then Athlete of the Week, Mark Ward, connects with Alex Balke. And he races 18 yards into the end zone for the 14-0 lead. But Dike answered right back. Carson Parker buys some time and finds Gabe Eichenborg wide open in the end zone to cut the lead to 14-7. And the Wolverines scored 2 straight touchdowns. The Parker QB sneak gave Dike a 21-14 third quarter lead. Regina answered right back. Ward with the cannon here. Airs went out for Matt Streb, and Streb doing a great job hitting the pylon for 6 to tie the game at 21. And it was all Regina in the fourth quarter. Ward keeps it himself this time for 6 more, and Regina with 21 fourth quarter points beat Dike New Hartford 42-21 to advance to the 1A title game with a chance to three-peat.
Now, KCRG TV9 Sports with Scott Sable.
Oh, if we could say what we say during the commercial break.
No,
Probably not.
No, but high school football, they're going at it at the Dome.
Yeah, what a coaching job by Regina.
Yeah.
Only returned 3 starters for the 2nd year in a row. It's amazing. And the beat goes on for Iowa City Regina. Marv Cook's Regals pulled off the three-peat today in the 1A championship game against Council Bluffs St. Albert. John Campbell has the story.
The Regals rolled on their first possession of the day. The big play, Mark Ward to Riley Dixon, and he has a convoy. Dixon rambles down to the Falcon 1. Next play, Mike Donovan bowls his way in, 7-zip Regals. It was 7-up early in the second quarter when Ward lets it go. Ball off the receiver's fingertips. Jim Hawk makes the interception and dances down to the Regal 15. End result, Cole Herr over left tackle. Falcons ahead 14-7. Late in the quarter, Ward went to his 3rd read, and what a read it was. Matt Streb in the end zone, 40-yard touchdown, 14 all at the break. The Regal Air Force strikes again. Ward to Alex Balke, down to the St. Albert 19. Then on the next play, it's the screen to Dixon. Touchdown Regals, 21-14. Late in the 3rd quarter, Ward fires to Mike Donovan on the wing, and he's off to the races, 64 yards before they pull him down. Nick Dolzell then scored the next 6 points on a pair of field goals. The Regal defense pitches a second-half shutout, and they win the championship 35-14.
Right out of halftime, we came out fast and put some points on the board, and then we felt we could beat them, and we just got on them and kept rolling it.
And I'm just very, very proud of this group of guys. It's not a very big group numbers-wise. I mean, there's 14 of them, so it's been great.
One thing's for certain, Regina's going to need a bigger trophy case. 3 straight state titles, lots of hard work coming back to Iowa City. At the Unidome, John Campbell, KCRG TV9 Sports.
1 year ago, the Regina football team had one thing on their mind: winning their 3rd straight state title.
We set this goal right after we won state last year, and those seniors showed us how to do it and showed us how to do it in the right way. It feels great to be able to accomplish your goal, something like that you've worked on since you started football in the 5th grade.
It's a group of guys that from this day last year kind of knew what was expected of them and what they needed to do in the off season, and they did it. And very, very proud of the 14 seniors that we have.
I couldn't ask for better brothers. The seniors, I can't thank them enough. I mean, they are my brothers, and I'll miss them forever after this day.
The one thing that will continue for the Regals is their winning streak. 42 games and counting.
Streak's going to be there no matter what, unless you don't continue it. But you know, it's there, it's pressure, but you don't think about it. You just think of yourself as being a part of it, and it almost adds an extra sense of responsibility to your teammates.
One of the things we talked about with this group of guys is, you know, if you want to be great, you want to be great in November. But to be great in November, you better be good all those days in between.
1, 2, 3! Amidst the three-peat celebration, I asked Mark Ward if he could put this into words. He paused, smiled, and then with tears in his eyes, said perfect. At the Unidome, Zach Hanley, Fox 28 Sports.
Championships mean a lot to the high school kids too, and they've meant so much at Iowa City Regina over the last few years that, well, the Regals have just decided to never lose a game. Zach Hanley tells us what 42-0 and a 3rd straight title means to a team that is running out of room in their trophy case.
Winning's kind of a Regina tradition.
You could call the Regina Regals a dynasty. 3 years, 3 undefeated seasons, and 3 state titles.
Winning never gets old. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. I mean, we've won 42 straight. It's almost ridiculous.
In my varsity career, I've never lost a football game, so I don't really know what it feels like, but we can't get enough of it here.
But just because you wear the blue and gold doesn't mean you'll make it to the top. It's the senior class that paves the way.
I think leadership's the biggest thing because, I mean, coming into this year, we weren't the biggest class or most talented like our coaches said, but I mean, I think it was certain individuals that stepped up, pretty much all the seniors, and I think that's the number one thing we can pass on.
It's not about individual statistics. It's not about who gets all the accolades. It's about if you can win and you can do it as a team, and it's the memories you'll create forever.
Fortunately for us, we have the template in place that if you're willing to work hard enough and put your time in and commit and do that for your teammates, then you have a chance to be successful. And they kind of throw the gauntlet down on them a little bit and challenge them, but hopefully the next group picks up the mantle and carries it.
Even though their season just ended on Friday, junior running back Riley Dixon told me that he'll be right here in the weight room Monday morning at 6 a.m. already getting prepared for his senior season. At Regina High School, Zach Hanley, Fox 28 Sports.